We've got news on what the new Juice Wrld POI is going to look like when it drops. A new Grand Theft Auto official mode from Fortnite has leaked. Some spoilers with the live event finale. I will warn you when we get there. And then a trailer that you gotta see. Let's start with Juice Wrld. So it was Blortzen, leaker. He was going through and somehow loading pieces that were encrypted attached to the Juice Wrld POI. A reminder, Juice Wrld, his POI will arrive on the bottom left of the map, and that'll be in week 4, the final week of Fortnite OG. Here's what Blortzen learned, and then we can kind of take that and figure out really what this POI is going to look like. So here's what he said. It will have some weird purple fire effect, small pink flowers, purple flowers, and the water seems to be slurped. And then he adds on, it's also full of orange butterflies. And then a fan of Juice Wrld did some digging and kind of compared what was said there to something related to Juice Wrld. And if we look at the Legends Never Die album cover, you can almost see all of the things that Blortzen was talking about, right? That purple theme, the butterflies, the types of flowers. So we don't know everything, of course, but the general aesthetic, the color, what the grass will look like, it should be themed after that photo you're seeing in front of you. It's a beautiful album cover. I think it'll look really nice as a biome. We don't know how big this is going to be either. It is registered as a landmark at this point. Maybe we'll learn more with our update dropping November 13th, just in a few days here. I'll be covering everything with that update. There's a couple new things today I want to mention about it too. Subscribe, turn your noties on. One other thing about Juice Wrld that we have not discussed yet, and it's this. An upcoming contrail will play copyrighted music according to Epic's content creation notice for this season. Likely this is Juice Wrld, as effects for his contrail have already been leaked. So yeah, you attach this thing as you're diving down in Fortnite, one of his songs is most likely going to play in the background. Hopefully we'll find out what that song is with our downtime update in a couple days here. I do have to let you know, tonight, for the first time ever, Aang from Avatar will be available in the Fortnite item shop. Thanks to everybody using code TheCampingRusher. It does reset every 2 weeks. Appreciate the love. Will you be picking this up? I do want to expand on the update dropping in a couple days here, and that is Ice Spice's Mythics. We do know what they're going to be. It's going to be a grappler that gives the ice feet effect, and then there's going to be a Mythic Scar that gives the spice/pepper effect, as, of course, a reference to her name. So Ice Spice. So I assume when you're holding the scar, you will just run faster. You'll have the pepper effect permanently when it's in your hand. And a reminder that the Reload Maps rotation update goes live on November 13th as well. It's going to rotate between the map we're playing on right now and then the old map every 30 minutes. When you queue up, you'll be able to see which map is currently live, how much time is left, so you can decide if you want to wait a few minutes for your favorite map. And that's why I wanted to bring this up. Which map do you prefer the most? I've been playing so much Reload. I think it is so much fun. And I think the design of the map has something to do with it. Like, if you die, there are so many like mini POIs and spots you can go to get loot. And so I just feel like the survivability and what Reload is supposed to be works a lot better on the new map. Although I do love the old map, I just think it needs a little tinkering with detail and a couple little more landmarks in between the big major POIs. That's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts and if you've been enjoying Reload so far this season. The game in the background, by the way, is probably the best one we've had yet, so hopefully you enjoy that. Talking more about future updates this season. We have Caddy Corner already on the map. You may have visited it, you may have not, but this is here for a reason. During week 4, we are also supposed to get the return of Kit, the Kit boss, and then Kit's Mythics as well. Some of the best Mythics, I think, so I'm happy about this. So just, you know, it's there for a reason. All right, here's your live event spoiler warning. It's not too big, but just in case you don't want to see this, skip ahead a couple minutes. The agency will disappear during the live event. We're going to expand on this. The whole map will also eventually disappear. The lighting will receive some changes during the event. The grotto is somewhat involved. We know that. And the event will have a map change for pre-show. The big things we know is that there's going to be all 4 artists this season. Ice, Snoop, Eminem, and Juice, all as like big giants who will be performing throughout the event. And we saw this confirmed from a super low quality image when they were doing some motion capture for Snoop Dogg, and we can see Snoop is just huge at the dog pound. So Blortzen expands a little bit here. If the agency does disappear, and it is disappearing in the files for some reason, we also have the Quail event, which is the code name for this event. The finale has the exact same tags as the Doomsday, the device event. Last time we had an event with the agency, and what happened with the device event? The main building, the agency, it was disabled, destroyed, and then that showed us the Doomsday device. So this is just a theory based on what we've got, but it is definitely possible connecting the dots. There have been a couple references in the files relating to the Doomsday device, so it's possible. Now, I do want to point out one thing, like from the last live event, we talked about a bunch of spoilers here where a bunch of different buildings were going to disappear on the map during the event. And so that made us expect we were going to get a lot of map changes, way more gameplay stuff than we got rather than just the concert. And so sometimes it can be a little misleading, right? What happened there is the buildings did disappear, but they disappeared so that the buildings in the background of the concert could appear for the event. What's in the files does always, or most likely always, happens. Sometimes they use these changes, these tags, for a purpose that, you know, maybe we thought otherwise. So that's what could be happening here. The agency will disappear. It's just, what will the purpose of it be? Next here, Fortnite is working on something for Battle Royale. Another mode, or maybe just a mechanic that can be used in Chapter 6, and the plugins for it are named Robbery Gameplay and then Spiky Bird. They're also testing another one called Keo Test, and that's really all we have is the names of them. But I do want to go back to last year. There was a new car hijacking feature that was leaked where you'd be able to hijack other players' cars. It has a cooldown, and hijacking can fail if the driver takes a sharp turn or if the car goes too fast. So a lot of people are thinking maybe this is some type of robbery car, Grand Theft Auto mode that Fortnite's creating. Keep in mind, Fortnite's got like 8 different brand new game modes in the works right now, and we really only have a couple of those game modes confirmed, right? The 5v5 core mode, which might be a first-person thing, and then we've got, of course, the new permanent OG mode. So there's so many others they're working on that this could be involved with. So a leak, a theory, may or may not happen. Expand down below if you have any thoughts. Also, out of nowhere, every Batmobile has returned to Rocket League after years. Keep in mind, of course, Rocket League is owned by Epic Games. It looks like DC, Warner Bros. Really is not off the table anymore, especially after Black Adam's Lego Fortnite skin was leaked as well. For a while, we did think the DC stuff would never return. There'd be no more collabs in the future, but Epic working with them, even though it's in a different game, Rocket League, is still a good sign for more new DC skins and then other DC skins just to return sometime in the future. This is just a funny one, but we're going to talk about it. It'll probably happen, but I don't know if it'll happen right away. And it comes from Fortnite times The Simpsons Twitter account. The account's profile picture looks very familiar, he says. And of course, comparing it to The Simpsons. And then there's a reply here. And obviously this is the biggest reach, and I think it's more of a meme, but just a piece on the map that, you know, doesn't really, but if you draw a Homer Simpson around it, it kind of looks like it. Will we get The Simpsons one day? I do think so. Is this teasing that? I don't think so, but it gave me a little laugh, so I thought it was worth sharing. Fortnite is working on new vehicle collab cosmetics for Gears of War. The collab has not been in the shop for around 700 days, and both Gears of War plus Halo are owned by Microsoft. So maybe Master Chief can also finally return. And then in the background from Ferals, this is a concept trailer. It's actually a teaser for a concept trailer, and he just does such good work. So once you're done with this video, I've got it linked down below. Go check this thing out. It's the absolute Doom story finale. We've always said this guy's got to be hired by Epic. He is so good. And that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Touch the like button. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.